In the world of cybercrime, some hackers seek glory, some seek power, and some, like Ellis Pinsky, go after something far more tantalizing: millions of dollars. Pinsky's case was as shocking as it was unusual. He was a teenager, navigating a suburban lifestyle in upstate New York. But behind his quiet exterior lay the mind of a young mastermind capable of one of the most notorious hacks in cryptocurrency history. A heist worth a staggering $24 million. In this story, we'll dive into the motivations, the methods, the crime, and the fallout of one of the youngest cyber thieves in history. Let's start from the beginning. Ellis Pinsky, born in 2001, grew up in the suburban town of Irvington, New York. He was just like any other kid on the outside. Polite, smart, and studious, with an interest in sports and video games. But for those who knew him well, or thought they did, Ellis was far from an ordinary high schooler. By the age of 15, he was fascinated by computers, networking, and a digital world few of his peers knew about. But unlike his peers, Ellis's curiosity was matched by a rare technical talent and an ambition far beyond his years. This fascination evolved into hacking skills, which he honed as he explored online forums, chat rooms, and other hidden corners of the internet. By 2018, Ellis Pinsky had evolved from a curious teenager into a full-fledged cybercriminal with expertise in hacking and cryptocurrency, a dangerous combination. At the time, cryptocurrency was soaring in popularity, and Pinsky saw an opportunity. The world of digital currency was rich, largely unregulated, and, in his mind, ripe for the taking. In his quest for easy money, Ellis encountered the underground hacking community, a group of individuals obsessed with code and exploiting vulnerabilities. Soon, he learned about techniques like SIM swapping, a particularly crafty method to steal personal information by hijacking cell phone accounts. Ellis joined forces with more experienced hackers, learning the trade, gathering tools, and piecing together a method to breach a highly protected crypto wallet. By the time he was 17, Ellis had built up his arsenal, and soon he would attempt his boldest attack yet. In the world of cryptocurrency, Michael Terpin was a well-known figure, a pioneer who had invested heavily in digital assets. He was the founder of Transform Group, a blockchain PR firm, and a multimillionaire with millions tied up in Bitcoin and other currencies. As an early adopter, Terpin was often in the public eye, which made him a prime target. For Ellis, Terpin was a perfect mark. Public figures are easier to track, and because Terpin was so vocal about his involvement in crypto, Ellis figured he must have significant assets stored on his devices. Ellis Pinsky didn't go in alone. He collaborated with a network of hackers, some older, more experienced cyber criminals who taught him the nuances of SIM swapping and helped him craft a foolproof plan. The plan was to pull off a coordinated attack. Step 1. They'd need to find a way to get past the security measures on Terpin's phone account. This involved manipulating cell phone carriers to switch his number to a device they controlled. In May 2018, Ellis Pinsky set his plan into motion. The first step was to contact Terpin's cell phone provider. Using carefully crafted scripts, Ellis's team convinced the customer service representatives that they were indeed Michael Terpin, claiming that they had lost access to their phone. With just a few well-chosen words, they succeeded. Terpin's phone number was reassigned to a device Ellis controlled. From there, Ellis quickly reset Terpin's email password, and using access to his email, he gained entry to Terpin's cryptocurrency accounts. Within hours, millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, $24 million to be exact, was funneled from Terpin's wallets into wallets Ellis controlled. With the heist complete, Ellis knew he had to act fast to cover his tracks. He laundered the stolen cryptocurrency across multiple accounts, obscuring the origin of the funds. But, as Ellis would soon find out, managing $24 million isn't easy, especially when you're a 17-year-old. Ellis started spending recklessly. Luxury watches, private jets, expensive trips, all paid for in cash. For a time, he lived a lifestyle most teens only dreamed of. But as the money flowed, so did the attention. Hey guys, if you've enjoyed this video to this point, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. These videos take quite a lot of time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. On this channel, I upload videos about ethical hacking and hacking documentaries like famous hacks, hackers and groups, criminal hacking, and many more. Now let's get back to this crazy story. Michael Terpin soon discovered that his cryptocurrency was missing. Outraged, he went to law enforcement and private investigators, determined to find who was responsible. But tracking cryptocurrency, especially when it's been laundered, is no easy task. However, Ellis had made mistakes. Private investigators eventually linked him to the hack through a series of transactions and connections to known SIM-swapping groups. By early 2020, the authorities were zeroing in on him. In May 2020, Michael Terpin sued Ellis Pinsky in a civil lawsuit, accusing him of masterminding the $24 million theft. Though he was still a minor at the time of the heist, the details were damning. Terpin's legal team argued that Ellis's actions were premeditated, showing evidence of his association with SIM-swapping groups and a trail of cryptocurrency transactions. The lawsuit shocked Pinsky's family and community. Those who knew him as a quiet, well-mannered teenager were stunned. But the evidence was overwhelming, and Pinsky's secret life unraveled under the scrutiny. Ellis Pinsky ultimately agreed to return a portion of the stolen funds as part of a settlement with Terpin. However, due to his age and the complexities of cybercrime law, Pinsky avoided criminal prosecution and instead faced severe financial penalties. But even after the settlement, his name would be forever tied to one of the largest cryptocurrency heists carried out by a minor. While Pinsky may have hoped to leave his life of crime behind, the notoriety of his actions ensured that the mark he left on the cybercrime world and the cryptocurrency community would not be forgotten. Ellis Pinsky's story is both a cautionary tale and a glimpse into the ever-evolving world of cybercrime. It's a story that shows how a young person with the right skills and the wrong motivations can challenge some of the most secure systems in the world. But it also reveals the inevitable consequences of those actions. In the end, Ellis Pinsky's $24 million hack serves as a lesson in the high stakes of digital crime, especially in an era where cryptocurrency is increasingly becoming the currency of choice for cyber criminals. And so, we leave this story with an unsettling realization that for every Ellis Pinsky who gets caught, there are others out there, hidden behind screens, waiting for their turn to strike. If you thought this story was crazy, just wait until you see my next video about the kid who hacked GTA. You won't want to miss it. Exclusively right here on this channel. And if you think you can commit the perfect cybercrime, tell us all about it in the comments section down below and tell us your name and your address.